South Africa. Whether Elon Musk threatens us or not, we are not scared of Trump and Musk. We will defend our country and will defend the sovereignty of our country. Comrades, there is no white genocide.
It's not either or. Currently, we do have, for example, the likes of Centec, which does use satellite. Yes, it's geo-satellite in their case, but they do use satellite to augment where we don't have capacity, especially in the rural areas, given the topography of some of these areas. We have absolutely no problem. In fact, we encourage the entry of low Earth orbit satellites as part of the mix. I don't think you can do away totally with fiber. We know that a number of the MNOs are testing particular technologies, and we're waiting for ICASA to finalize the process of satellite licensing. So whether it is Starlink, I mean, we can discuss the desirability of Starlink or any other, Eutelsat, any other satellite provider. We think that that is definitely what we need as part of the mix to ensure expanded access, especially to areas that are hard to reach or perhaps even expensive for the fiber companies to reach.
You see, this EFF, even Donald Trump is very scared of it. Even Elon Musk is very scared of this EFF. That's why you must know wherever you are a powerful force. Elon Musk, Starlink will never work here in South Africa for as long as the EFF exists. As long as they don't want to comply with the laws of South Africa, Starlink will never exist here in South Africa.
Association of Communication Technology, which represents the likes of Vodacom, MTN, Telkom, and so forth. And what we understand their position to be is that they would seek regulatory parity, which means that once those comments on the minister's policy directives have come in, they would want a level playing ground. And then the question becomes, what then does a level playing ground look like? The issue that some of us have taken up with them is to say we hope that a level playing ground, in your case, does not mean that you want to offload your black shareholders because you think you no longer have to comply with the 30% BEE, and that's some of the discussions. But I do understand part of their arguments where they're saying they've invested significant amounts of money into this country. Government has expected them to meet certain obligations in terms of connectivity, like I was saying, over and above what they do on their own. They've spoken to the fact that already, they had legacy obligations. Now they've got new spectrum conditions. And any player that comes into the market, they expect that government will hold them to account in a similar way.
OTTs and what they allow our people to do. The answer is it's a difficult one. We don't own the actual application itself, so we can't regulate the content or even block it. And in certain instances, if you do that, you actually have to block the entire country. To have access to the internet, in essence, because broadband services are actually provided as such. However, we've been engaging with with the department as well as to can we expedite the regulations around OTTs. So, for instance, in Dubai, you can't make a WhatsApp call because it is regulated and blocked that you can't do that to protect the MNOs in that country. You can use WhatsApp on data. So these things, we've seen them elsewhere that they can potentially be done. And on RICA issues, I don't want to touch on that. I think my colleagues have touched on it. I think biometrics is possibly the future. Some difficulties that you have if people are living in informal structures. You don't have a proper address, and you actually have to capture something around that individual. In some instances, people don't have proper documents, like such as IDs, but they do want the service. You've got to capture something. So how we've been engaging with the Department of Justice is to actually find solutions